Gentlemen, eventually we're here. I've brought you here for more GamesMaster because the kids on Patreon have decided that they enjoyed our Christmas special so much that we should probably do a few more. I've gathered 3 episodes for you this time. I've decided to go for the very first ever GamesMaster, which is what we're watching just now. After that, it'll be one of the last bad influences, because everyone remembers the early ones but not the later ones, and then a later GamesMaster just for the knob jokes. But here we go. This is your very first ever episode of GamesMaster,
presented by the greatest ever Scotsman,
the legend.
There he is, Mr. David Tennant.
Isn't it funny how hairstyles come back around? I know you wouldn't know much about that, Jordan, but
zing,
bosh.
That's abuse.
We'll be reviewing the game, giving away exclusive tips and cheats, and casting our eyes over the latest hardware and software developments. But the biggest
it's a lot like a preview event.
It does. It looks like they've flown everyone to Los Angeles to play a middling first-person shooter.
There will be sandwiches at 12 o'clock. We'll break up and have sandwiches, and then you've got your interviews.
I should note we have our first knob joke there, and a minute and 20 seconds into the show, it says, "If you enjoy a waggle of your joystick in your own bedroom." That was always a classic they did in the magazines. Waggling your joystick.
No, a lot of that in a official Nintendo magazine.
Better believe it.
Well, I've decided to be gentle with you, this being our first coming together, and I've come for the decided Super Mario Brothers 3.
That's how you start it, by the way.
So what year is this, Chris?
This is 92. Let me double check.
Really?
92 or 93. I'm pretty sure it's 92.
I would have been 6.
I didn't have Mario 3 by the time this came out. So, yeah, 7th of January 1992. So early 92.
I remember the day I bought Mario Brothers 3.
One of the greatest days ever.
What a game.
So yeah, this is the 7th of January 1992.
Daniel Blake from Edgewell.
Here's our very first ever contestant.
There he is.
Welcome to GamesMaster, Daniel.
Hi.
Now you are
Hi.
the first ever
Literally the same Barnet you'd see on someone on the high street these days.
put their own Krypton fighter. How do you feel?
A bit tense and nervous.
Right, now you've practiced
You
it
could
well.
park a tractor in that shed though.
So you're
Yeah.
confident about the challenge?
And he needs curtains.
Well, we'll all be rooting for you too, Daniel, because it'd be nice to start off with a winner.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm fucking shitting myself.
Yourself in the hot seat. We'll get ready to start the game.
So I'm going to get Ghost Child again this time. He became like
How many diamond dresses like Pete Donaldson here?
It does. Honestly, I think if they were ever to bring back GamesMaster and actually try,
Pete Donaldson will never listen to this.
I mean,
Julian Rignall's your first commentator.
Yes.
It's pretty good. It's one of the greatest games ever.
Introduce this man to people who aren't 55, Chris Gillian.
These two men combined on the TV are the reason I'm doing what I'm doing just now. Like
It's their fault.
It's their fault. They're to blame.
Julian's got the same haircut as well.
Julian Rignall is one of the best kind of games journalists of the era, like CVG, Mean Machines, all that kind of stuff. So he was the kind of personality you'd see in the magazines a lot, so that's who I would relate to. And then when this came on, so I was 9, when just about to be 8.5 when this came on, this episode. And when I saw Dominic Diamond, I was like, oh, Scottish people can do it as well. And that was it. That was the 2 pieces I needed.
The raccoon suit gives him flying abilities, and what he needs to do is clear a run up and then.
It's frustrating watching people being shite at Mario 3.
Yeah.
He's going to take a run up and then.
Wow! We're on the fucking pitch! He's flying!
The awkwardly superimposed the scoreboard at the bottom.
Coins 13.
Some poor guy pressing a button to change that every time.
If you took a screenshot of this and put it on a black t-shirt, we could sell it at like a games convention for like 40 quid. People are like, oh, that's quite stylish with the coins thing.
Nintendo probably furiously trying to DMCA this footage.
Oh, he's messed it up. You clown!
It's trouble. He needs to access the power pill down here now and convert these blocks into coins. It still won't be enough, so the pressure's on him.
I think he needs 50 coins, apparently.
Seriously, what a game.
It's just...
Right, he needs 60 more coins. He's got about.
Like
Especially
it's
for
one of
this
it's one of
time.
those games, isn't it, that you don't like with time. You don't appreciate how many mechanics this game introduced
Yeah.
that just became completely standard. If you look back at it, it just looks pretty ordinary.
Yeah,
But it introduced all those. The game before this was like Mario Brothers 1.
yeah. It's
I mean, Doki Doki Panic was obviously rebranding, but it literally was Mario Brothers 1, which to this looks like so primitive.
It's the Beatles of video games. Like you say, a lot of people, modern people look at it now and go, "What's the big deal?" But it's like the only reason it doesn't look a big deal now is because it wrote all the rules.
I mean, a lot of people obviously talk about Super Mario World, and I love Super Mario World, but Super Mario World is like
an evolution.
It's
of
like it's Mario Bros. 3.5.
Yeah.
You know.
Right at the end, I just wanted to make sure they wouldn't fall down any pits and hit.
I think Mario was a twat.
Well,
Get on, I love Mario.
picked your time. To tell us that.
I'm a Mario man now and forever. I was never really a Zelda boy, but Mario was always my...
Why do you think Mario's rival is Zelda?
I didn't say they were rivals. I just said it's the other big one in the Nintendo.
When he said I was a Mario man, I was never. You were expecting him to say Sonic, yeah?
Yeah, I was expecting Sonic.
Yeah.
I don't think of Sonic in the same universe as Mario. Sonic
Because you were born in a different millennium.
Sonic has always been pish. Mario is up here.
Correct. Usually when people have, especially in this era in 1992, it's
There's a wee
Mario
face here
Sonic.
you'll recognise, Andy.
On the Mega Drive, flex your pecs with postmodern icon Arnie.
One of the
It's Arnold
reviewers.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, there we go.
Here he
Young
is.
David Wilson.
What a guy.
He's a lovely guy.
Me
You're
and
gonna need
David
to
went to a
contextualise these people.
Beatles-themed bar. In,
David Wilson's a
Tokyo
PR now.
few years
That's
ago.
It's a Mega Drive game that packs a real challenge.
was it Radiant Automatic?
CNVG.
A lot of people used to call
People
it
who call it
CNVG.
CNVG go to hell.
I'm gonna start calling it V and GC.
I know that's the only reason I don't like it, because we can't manipulate that.
No one calls it CNVG.
I mean, it's accurate, but it's just nobody should do it.
For the youngsters, it's a good game, and it certainly would give you valuable...
Looks like Max Payne.
A few people in the world I love as much as David Wilson. It's a shame he's not a Patreon backer.
Yeah.
NES has a circuit of good quality platform games.
You sure this person still isn't a games journalist?
DuckTales. So, I think that
There's a few he looks like that I'm not going to say on here.
Sorry, I don't think they have libel laws in the west coast of America.
I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, don't. No. I'm not getting
wrong.
involved in this.
Okay. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. There's a game. LucasArts point and click. That was amazing. The last good Indiana Jones game.
Yeah.
it's got all the makings of a Lucasfilm game. If you look at
This game's amazing, by the way.
the detail, the quality of the graphics,
Did they just release a HD version?
numerous touches, and the sheer
Not this, I don't think.
No,
I know,
that-
Jordan doesn't watch films, so he probably wouldn't be into it.
I like
That is
Indiana
amazing.
Jones. That guy.
They should do a LucasArts collection. All
I
the
hate
Monkey Islands,
snakes.
all the Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Sell unlimited run games for
PC games
£300.
were absolutely amazing in this.
Does it? Prince William started.
They suck now.
Was that Mousy Dong?
So does Betty Boop. They all play their Game Boy. However, not content with merely owning the most pleasurable 6 inches of hardware money can buy, Game Boy owners are now customizing their
The
beloved
state of that.
That's an absolute joke shop.
I took the skateboard.
The exception being getting a console signed, because I think that can be quite cool.
Yeah.
I despise people who do this to their gaming hardware. Have a bit of fucking respect for the stuff. Keep it clean, keep it in nice quality.
Bits of toy and animation and colourful things. A Game Boy.
Do you remember those kind of foamy stickers? You don't get those too much these
No.
days anymore.
Because they were made of
Probably made it asbestos.
Designed all over.
If you want some tips about how to customize your Game Boy, and for any other information,
This should be how we do fucking reviews. What are we wasting our time writing reviews for?
This is a really shit review, by the way.
A review of a Game Boy with a skull on it.
Imagine when we reviewed the PS5 if we just put 50 stickers on it and we're
I mean,
like,
that was
"Whoa."
definitely an advertorial, right?
Oh, 100%.